Hey, I'm going to share a couple of tips to help you sleep better if you're tent camping alone, solo camping. And also, I'm going to tell you how I navigate safely. And it's not about a GPS. I'll tell you here in a second. Hey, welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm Darren. A couple of quick tips here if you're traveling solo or even if you're traveling with someone else. And also, I'm going to tell you after I'm done with that how I navigate. And I'm not talking about navigating with a GPS or a map, but how I navigate safely internally by vibration and feel. Somebody asked me a question, what do you mean by vibration? And so I'm going to tell you that when I'm done here. But now, if you've been here before, I talked about this recently, but a lot of new subscribers, and this is a really important one. I'm getting ready to, do more solo stuff, and if I'm usually solo unless I'm leading a trip with a client or somebody, and so I travel alone, and I like to have a couple of things for safety. Am I overboard? Well, maybe so, but in my experience, doesn't matter. I'm going to go for it anyway. Okay, tent safety. Now, I'm going to talk about this one. It's the most important first, and it's what I've been using down in South America. And I don't want to open my tent if I hear something sometimes. I'm listening and I'm trying to be still. Don't turn on your light in your tent, for sure. That's what I never do, so because people can see your silhouette. Or if it's an animal, you just don't want to alert it. And then what I've been doing is, I'm like, just peeking out a little bit, but I don't want to do that. I don't even want to move. I want to know what the hell's out there, right? So what I've been doing is mounting a small camera. I know, surveillance. And this is too big. You can get them little small ones, right? But I like this one because I had this for the tripod. You can buy the little tiny round ones that are magnetic and sticky things, but this one's bomber, and I can screw it on my tripod, and the one I use for a mount on the bicycle as well, which I'm using up here right now. I can't show you. But that, you can mount it in a tree, or you can just lay it somewhere. So I do that. But you're like, well, how do you look at it? Well, the way I look at it is either on your phone. Now, you can program your phone. This is Bluetooth. You just, whatever you buy, it'll give you instructions to Bluetooth it. You'll have a camera on your phone. You can look if you hear something. Charge it up. They stay charged for a long time. But the other thing is, if you don't want to use your phone, what I do is I use this thing called Roam. I showed you guys the other day if you were here, but I'm going to show it again. A lot of new subscribers. Everybody's traveling. It's Roam Wi-Fi. What it is, don't want to use your phone, or your phone dies, or your carrier is down, your towers are down. This little unit here, it's not satellite, almost just as good for me this year. It picks up any cell tower in the area, the strongest one. So if you got 5G towers or whatever, it'll pick up the strongest one. I've used it now for 2 years. I use the heck out of it. You buy data for it. I just buy $100 worth. It lasts me, for months. And the other thing is I use it for my internet. I can use my laptop, my pad, my everything all at once on this little thing. So use that, right? Turn it on, and then turn your phone on, and look and see what's out there. All right, study up on that more, that idea. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can on those. The other thing I talked about was, again, this is too big. You can get smaller, but this is nice. It's got a lot of sound base to it, is having one of these and having if you're wanting to scare something off, like raccoons, I do it all the time, and it works for raccoons. And this does too. Honk, honk, that'll scare them. But this... you can get a growling sound, a barking dog, a big nasty one, a bear, raw. But I would do just like a growling dog, because the growling dog is subtle and it's scary, and the dog almost sounds kind of too fake. So I told you guys that if you've been here before. Sorry to be redundant, but excuse me, it's important stuff. Now, and you got this thing, you got your bear spray and your protection next to you, right? But these little things are great deterrents, like it make you sleep better. This one definitely. Try that out. And the other thing I'll talk about, and I'm going to end this with a question somebody had on here. I think it was just a viewer said, what are you talking about when you talk about vibration? So I better clear that up, and hopefully a lot of people hear this. Is, when I talk about vibration, all I'm talking about, we're not talking about New Age stuff here or anything. We're talking about your gut, how you feel about, well, starting from your gut. Like in the morning when I get up, if I don't feel good, I have a low vibration. Those are the kind of low vibrations that you can't avoid. Like if you don't feel good, your family doesn't feel good, maybe your daughter or your dog or whatever. Or even for me, I'm pretty sensitive to it. Like even somebody around me, if they're having a bad day, I'm sensitive to that. And, you know, it's something that's been throughout my whole life. Now, somebody will say, oh, I don't have that, you know. And I say, well, you probably do have it. You're just not sensitive to it. And everybody goes by feel and vibration. And so I've just been more in tune with that when I'm traveling, and people will say, well, you know, what does that mean? Well, it just means gut feeling and navigating how I feel and not taking in the external stuff like social media too much or TV, definitely not, you know, mainstream media. Getting enough, hey, what's going on in the world, but then leaving it and getting out and moving. Otherwise, I'm in a stagnant world of illusion, and that's not good for me, and it's not good for anyone that I'm around. So I'm a better person. I'm putting out better vibration when I feel good. And if that was helpful and you enjoyed that, please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you in the next episode.